Alan Velazco. Been in for about 13 years, so U.S. Army, and enjoying it so far.
And why did you join the service?
I actually joined back in 1999. I actually, to be honest with you, I joined in '98, and I went to the DEP program. For the simple fact that I've always wanted to serve. I've wanted to serve since I was about, the idea kind of hit me in the head, about 12 years old. And my father, he actually served in the Mexican Army for a short period of time because he actually was from Mexico. And the desire's always been there, just to serve, you know, be a part of something bigger.
What age did you join at?
When I actually signed all my papers, I was actually 17. When I actually shipped to basic training, I was actually 18. I had been 18 for about 2 to 3 months.
Do you have any memorable stories from your time in service?
After 13 years, you got a ton of memorable stories.
Sure.
Everything from racing with camels down in Kuwait. They sent us out on a mission. My job in the military has changed 3 times now. When I first joined, I was going to be a signal guy, working with tropospheric scatter systems. Basically, they shoot a signal that bounces off the troposphere. Somebody collects it. It's a communication system. And I work with TACSAT, which is tactical satellites. And during that time, I actually deployed to Iraq, to Kuwait and Iraq. And then I changed my job to military intelligence, which is what I did up until about 6 weeks ago. Now, here I am in Lebanon, Ohio. But, and that assignment was made completely different because I deployed with them to Iraq and Afghanistan. But while I was in Kuwait, like I said, driving a truck to go work on a tactical satellite out in the middle of nowhere because we had to provide communications for the entire movement up to Iraq. Got me and another buddy, it's just us two. We got 30 rounds apiece and a rifle each. They said, go find this place. The sandstorm kicked up. I can't see anything. I'm driving down the road. It's just like snow. The sand just drifts over the roads. So you're starting to hit these big bumps of sand. You're trying to stay on the road, and as we look out the right side, my passenger goes, "We're racing with a camel," and I'm like, "What?" I look right, and there's a camel because they just roam out there just like cattle. There's a camel racing us because I'm going only 30, 35 miles an hour. He's just running by, running with me.
All right, you said you have 2 kids. How old are they?
They're now 11 and 13.
So how does that work with you being in service? Is it hard? I'm sure it is.
It's really difficult at times. They're accustomed because I've been in for so long. My son was born only 30 days before I joined. So his entire life, he's been military affiliated. He understands me leaving for short periods of time. He understands me leaving for long periods of time. Both of them do. So it's unique that they've been able to go to all the different places they have. It presents challenges that I think makes them stronger young men.
And speaking of the people you work with, is there anyone that is memorable to you, more people that stick out than other people you've worked with?
There's one guy that I worked with in my second duty station in Germany. He's a Master Sergeant Buchanan now. I'll never forget him. Still keep in contact with him. Provides that mentorship. It's like leaving high school and still keeping in contact with your teacher 10 years later. It's just one of those really strong connections that you know that you can go and depend on him for advice. He's frank and honest. He's not a nice guy by any means. And that's the most ironic part about it. People think, well, and if you really respect somebody, that must mean they're a nice guy. This guy is. He's harsh, he's mean, but you can see how he changes when he gets around the family. When he's at work, it's all business, it's all business. No joking around, no playing. But when he gets home, and you have a barbecue, because in Germany, the community that you serve with right there is the only community that you have. You drive off post, people don't understand you. So you have an even tighter knit community. So we have barbecues with these guys. And Sergeant Buchanan, the way he just became extended family. My wife knows his wife. It's just really, really tight knit. And the mentorship that he's provided over the years is just, you can't put it on a scale because...
What's the first thing you do when you return to civilian life?
Take about 6 months off. Decompress. Once you've been in for so long, you get accustomed to it. Even being in recruiting, this is not the normal Army. I don't do PT with anybody but my sons. Normally I do PT with anywhere with a 7-man squad to a 40-man platoon. Decompress. Just take some time off to just do nothing. And my wife probably will go crazy because I'll bug her. She's a stay-at-home mom, taking care of my boys, but decompress. Yeah. 6 months off, doing absolutely nothing, probably playing video games. I'm a real big Assassin's Creed. I love Assassin's Creed. I think I'll probably, like, I'm only 31, dude. So, probably play video games, and I really enjoy working with, like, I like working mechanics. Not real heavy on the mechanics, but like woodworking. I like refinishing projects and doing stuff like that, restoring things. So that's probably all I do is play video games, sleep, and work on, you know, refinishing like my bedroom suite or something. The military experience is a unique one. I mean, how many people can say, you know, my counterpart, Sergeant Franks, he did the infantry route. He jumped out of planes. He fast roped out of helicopters. He's done that whole variety of tasks. You look at his uniform, his badges sit up higher. They're training badges, and they sit up here. And he has a combat infantryman's badge. He has the air assault. He has the airborne. There's something in it for everyone, and I think you know, in Germany they're obligated to serve their country in some capacity right after school, whether they serve as a paramedic for the city or something. There's a service requirement that they have to fulfill. And being forced to do it is one thing, but having the option to and being a volunteer service is truly, it makes you stand out above all the other countries. You know, we don't have to do this. We choose to do it. And if I would say anything, I mean, that's what makes us one of the greatest military forces in the world.
Well, I'd just like to say on behalf of myself and Devin and everyone else, we do appreciate you and your men's service.